So I'm redoing this video again because I keep having to accidentally say absolutely horrible things. And that happens because I don't write a script for these. But I shall try to avoid it this time. So, things that are going on. It's the week of Christmas. I don't expect wine sales to be all that high this week. Judging by last week, where everyone told me that this week they're going to be too busy, we can't meet with you, we can't do anything, too busy. Actually, I think it's a good time for them to meet with me because they could buy more wine. Unfortunately, probably not going to happen too much. Next week's going to be non-existent because almost everyone's... the restaurants will be busy, but our shipping service is off from Thursday, and we have to ship our own. We have to bring to the post office and ship it. They won't pick it up from the warehouse. It's kind of unfortunate, kind of a pain. My boss will be gone too. He's off on a ski trip this weekend. So, but Thursday I may go into Kobe and help haul wine from the warehouse to the post office to go ship wine, depending on how many orders there are. It'll be my Christmas day. But last week was great for wine sales. I probably sold more in a week than I have in any other 2 or 3 weeks combined. It was really good, and I had a lot of fun doing it. Thursday was my biggest day, and I had appointments from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. Went to a Bonenkai and had another appointment after the Bonenkai when the restaurant I was going to was about to close. Had the end of the night, a couple glasses of wine with a customer. It was pretty cool. And then I went to go visit another restaurant, but the customer works at 2 different places, so we went to the other restaurant together. But I wanted to bring up 2 other interesting things, observations and oddities and things like that, and interesting inaccuracies. On YouTube, about 2 videos ago, I was checking the insight on the videos, and it usually tells you some idea about who's watching your video and where they are. And this was a time where the statistics were obviously very wrong. I understand that I get a diverse audience, usually somewhat limited audience, and the information's limited. I expect politicians to lie to me with statistics. I don't expect YouTube to. But YouTube was saying, YouTube statistics said that all of my viewers were women between the ages of 18 and 24. I'm sure that's not true, but if the mistake's going to be in that favor, it's quite entertaining for me. I'm sure some of you who are not women between 18 and 24 saw my other video, 2 videos ago. The other thing happened last Thursday. I was on the train. I was going down to Shinsaibashi, and I saw a young man on the train, a foreigner, had a book that said Japon, Japon, and he was obviously having some trouble listening to the announcements on the train about what the stop was. So I asked him where he was going, figured I'd help him out a bit, and in the middle of talking to him, he said, "Your accent, are you German?" And I've had someone think I was speaking German before, but that was a Japanese person who barely understood any English and didn't understand any German at all. I was talking to my boss and he thought I sounded German. Okay, that one's forgivable, that's understandable. But this young man was Austrian, and he thought I was German, which I found very entertaining. I just get a kick out of it. People get different things out of my accent, and I mimic people when I talk to them, just a little bit. Not always, but to some degree, just because I enjoy accents. I get a kick out of them. But that's the furthest I've heard, for diversity in accents. Reminds me of another story. I was in Kobe last spring, and I was at a party with a guy I know from Colorado. And after the party, the 2 of us are on the train talking with a whole bunch of people, and this Japanese girl who speaks really good English, international business level. Her English is much better than my Japanese. In the middle of the conversation, she stops me and she says, "So, you 2 are both from the same hometown. Why does your English sound completely different? You sound like you're from completely different areas." So I guess I don't sound like a lot of the average people in my town. And you could explain that if you hear me and people from my hometown speak, but not everyone. I guess I'm not as casual, and I'm a little more proper in the way I speak. On that note, there was a girl at my university who someone who I haven't kept track of. She lived across the hall from me freshman year, and she had lived in England for 2 or 3 years of her life. And for the first month that we were in university together, she thought I was British, which I was so baffled by I couldn't even find it funny at the time. I find it ridiculously funny now. Yeah. So I'm babbling and rambling. It's Christmas week. Extent of my Christmas festivities. I have one string of lights that goes up here and across the windowsill, down the heating pole. It lights up my laundry. My laundry is very festive when I hang it up, which I'm going to go do now. And yeah. And then maybe deliver some wine on Friday, on Christmas Day. It just doesn't feel like Christmas here. It never really does. I'm sure I'll get online, call friends and family, and all those people I'm missing back home. Maybe I'll do Christmas in the States again next year. Anyways, good night.